I've seen the fertile valleys, avocados on the trees, and I've danced with happy strangers all aboard the salty seas. Baby, if I won the Powerball, I'd just give it all away for the song of the river thrush at the end of a summer day. Well, I picture your sweet body on the day that you were born, when I met you in the city. Your heavy coat was worn, but you sang a song so sweet and true of long ago and far away. Let go, sound like the song of a river thrush at the end of a summer day. Yeah, there's a bomb inside my bedroom, a fallout shelter in the hall. There's a long list in my pocket, yeah, and there's termites in the wall. There's an angry mob outside the house, oh, but just above the fray is the song of the river thrush at the end of a summer day. And when my life is over and I'm standing on the shore, well, I won't have my dear eyeballs to see your body anymore, but I hear your spirit singing. Oh, if it's a Google miles away, just like that song. It's like the song of the river thrush at the end of a summer day. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. And I'm going to play another song. But first, I want to talk a little bit about songwriting process, just because this journey theme remind me of one of the metaphors I use to kind of take a little chunk of original idea and develop it. Just because what usually happens is I'll get like a little, a chunk of a song. Maybe it'll just be a line, and I like it a lot, but I don't know what to do with it. And then the more I think about it, the more closed off I get. It's going to go wrong, and then it just sits there. And so about, 10 years ago, yeah. My wife and I got married and built a house out in the middle of nowhere. It's, you got to go 18 miles north of Marquette, and then 2 miles down a dirt road, and then we'd walked on a footpath. We had to cut the footpath, through the thick woods into this location that, for some reason, it's a beautiful spot. So that's why we went there, and we built this little one-room house and lived there for 5 years. It's just, a very simple place, pump outside, we had 2 children. Well, we had one while we were building it, and then another one was born about the time it was built, and then another one was born actually in the house. Totally unassisted Erica. In fact, I almost didn't make it home. She went into labor, and, well, anyway, I'm not going to get into that story. Anyway, sometimes I'd come home and realize I had forgotten a flashlight, and it'd be dark, especially in the summer if there's no moon, you know, what the woods is like, that you really can't see, sometimes even your hand in front of your face. And at first I was very uncomfortable with those situations and would, imagine wolves or wildcats or walking into the side of a moose or something, you know, a big furry wall. And so I'd go and, go over to the neighbors and borrow a flashlight or wind my way through with a lighter, flicking the little flint. But then over the time, I became more comfortable with it, partly because, on the rational side, I'm not really a likely target for predators or going to run into a moose. I mean, it's just not. And I got to know the path better. But on the other side, I got comfortable with just the unknown and seeing things in a kind of a different way. And it got to the point where I would intentionally, after a couple of years, not bring a flashlight because I wanted like that experience of I want to just be able to find my way without, just by the faint outlines of trees that I might recognize, or the path being hard from all the footsteps in the wheelbarrow. So I've come to kind of get that the reason that I liked that, and it was so kind of healing, was it's just being comfortable with not knowing everything, like, and just knowing that, I guess that's kind of the whole idea of adventure, but just knowing like just these little bits and saying, well, okay, I'm going to do this anyway, even though I can't see it, any of it. So anyway, when I get to a point, like I have a little chunk of song, like this next one I'm going to play, I'll sit down and kind of see it as an adventure like that, but I mean, adventure has a lot of connotations, just as like a dark walk in the woods where there's no, you don't really know that much, but you can get a sense of, oh, that's not the path. There's like that base kind of creative sense in everybody, I think. And so that's all you really need to know, just the really basic thing. And then, oh, what's this? So anyway, without any further explaining, I'm going to play that song. And my wife, Erica, I think, is somewhere going to join me. This song happens to be kind of just about being present. And which is, yeah. Let's see. Which is kind of hard to do on a stage, I have to say that. But it's good practice. And everybody knows the future's coming, and everybody knows the past is gone, but nobody seems to know what's going on right now. When I'm in my car, my wheels are turning. It's a beautiful thing, a magnificent thing, and the gears fold into each other like pretty dancers in a ring. When I'm on the street, my feet are moving. It's a beautiful thing, a magnificent thing. And the people going by don't notice the sky. I wonder, can they hear me sing? Oh, see, everybody knows the future is coming, and everybody knows that the past is gone, but nobody seems to know what's going on right now. But down by the lake, there's a great big white pine with her toes down in the sand. Now plants can't memorize anything, well, but somehow they understand the cell, the atom, and the Milky Way. The minutes and the hours that fill my day, they don't add up to much if I lose touch with that sweet space in between. Oh, well, everybody knows the future is coming, and everybody knows the past is gone. But can you please decipher for me just what is going on